What's going on, guys? Mike McFarland here, the Lake Fork Guide. I'm about to give you a public rundown, a Lake Fork public rundown for February 17th, 2022. Okay? Let's do as normal and go to the board. Talk to you a little about lake and lake conditions. If you live in the Northeast Texas area, you know that last night we had a bunch of rain, quite a bit of rain. So the board is going to change from Monday to today. Pretty good warm trends throughout the week. 49 to 52 was the temperature Monday. By the end of the week, yesterday, today, believe it or not, 52, 57. Clarity, 0 to 1 foot. It really depends on where you are. If you're more north, you can get dirtier water, especially after last night's rains. If you go down south, I took a little tour with my truck down south and checking out some of the ramps that were dry. And the more south you are, the clearer the water. So as of today, I put 0 to 2 feet. Okay, so anywhere from low visibility to 2 foot clarity. Level, the lake level. Lake level is 396.78 on Monday and falling. Today, 396.89, last night's rain, bringing it on the rise. The SRA report, the press release, is that they are going to maintain the lake at 397. They will not allow any more water to go over that level due to the repairs that are still necessary on the dam. There is no time frame. They do not have an ETA of completion. They found a lot more extensive damage than they expected. And for the time being, they're going to maintain the lake at 6 feet low. Okay, so that's the board. We're fixing to be rolling into spring. I know a lot of you are coming to fish this lake. So in lieu of the public report, I really, really want you guys to realize how dangerous this lake really is. Something that someone mentioned to me today that I never had put any thought to, that is critical. You all that know the lake are aware of boat lanes, guide lanes. Most people that have experienced Lake Fork are aware of the buoy lanes, okay? The lake is 6 feet low. What do you think happens to the buoy lines when that water goes down? Slack. There is 6 feet of slack in those buoys. So when you come to Lake Fork right now and you say, I'll just run the buoys only, first of all, there are stumps in some specific locations on those buoys. There's also 6 feet of slack. So if there's any wind, those buoys are straying from where they actually really are intended to be. With that being said, man, I really want to remind you again that Curtis Daniels Lake Fork Super Lanes will be released next week. I know I told you all that it's coming out this week. We made an executive business decision that with the MLF anglers here this week, we have given the card and the lanes to those specific anglers so that they can be safe, keeping all involved, the judges, the cameramen, is very critical. And we are going to hold back our public sale until next week. The Lake Fork Super Lanes will be available in Lake Fork Marina, Lake Fork Resort, more than likely Axton's, the Minnow Bucket, in the local marinas around the lake. You'll be able to contact me if you need one, and you'll be able to contact Curtis Daniels. Please find the Lake Fork Super Lanes, Curtis Daniels Lake Fork Super Lanes on Facebook and give it a like. Again, I'm going to tell you that is the most extensive work ever done. This is not just safe lanes. This will allow you to absolutely dissect the entire lake. And it's been made at the 6 foot low pool. Okay? One of the best, not one of, it is the best to date that lanes, boat lanes and safety lanes that's ever been made. Okay? As I said, we have given these lanes to multitude of the pros. They're going to be, the MLF anglers are going to be using these lanes. I'm not going to say names at this time, but next week I'll be doing interviews with several of these top of the world fishing anglers. And I already know how impressed they are because we downloaded it and I could see in their eyes how well they were going to be able to feel safe and attack this lake. It was like a burden off their back, okay? When Lake Fork's 6 feet low, she's scary, dangerous, and people can really get hurt. Again, be careful. To the public, you're coming out to Lake Fork, super low water. Please be extra careful. All right? Lake Fork super lanes coming out next week to the public. MLF, let's talk about those guys. That is Major League Fishing. If you are not into that pro fishing yet, you don't know what I'm talking about, give it a Google. This is very similar to Major League Baseball. Okay, it is a true top level bass fishing tour where these men make their money catching bass. MLF, check it out. All right. A few more things really that I'd like to share with you is that I've never done this before, but if you are coming down Lake Fork, I know you follow me for the reports and the things like that, but I've never invited you for a guide trip. That's what I do. It's what I love to do. I would love to spend some time with you on the water. So if you are considering a guide trip, please check out McFarlandFishing.com or The Lake Fork Guide. You can see the website. You can find me on Facebook, Mike McFarland, or Lake Fork Adventures Guide Service. Find those, give them a thumbs up, but take a look in there. You can learn a little bit more about me. This is the season for giants, absolute giants. Okay, this right here doesn't just make this folks' day or this person's day. It makes my day. So I'm here to take you fishing. I generally don't fish myself on a guide trip. Also, with that being said, if you're coming to the area and you're looking for a great place to stay, I highly recommend Lake Fork Marina Motel. The brand new Lavelle's restaurant has been completely remodeled, and the new owners of Lavelle, it's amazing how well the food is. I call this our 5-star in Northeast Texas. Lake Fork Marina Motel and Lavelle's restaurant. The other would be about a mile away, and that's called the Burning Stump. One of my best friends owned the Burning Stump. If you do book the Burning Stump, be sure to tell him that Mike McFarland referred you. All right? With that being said, I want to invite you now, as I close this, to the members only channel. It's a simple $4.99 subscription. You see these rods that are sitting right here? I'm about to tell you, or the members only, in my next video, a whole lot more detail. Where I'm throwing them, how I'm throwing them, the rule of thirds system. You're wondering what that is? Subscribe to the private members channel. This board up here has some detail that I've just shared with you. I'm going to talk and elaborate a whole lot more about what that arrow and that rising water means and does to fishing. So once again, I thank you so much for following Mike McFarland and McFarland Fishing publicly, and I personally invite you to follow me in my members only channel. I'm Mike McFarland, wishing you all the very best fishing.